Jeff here with JTD Outdoors. Got a little gear overview video for you guys. Let's go over what's in my pack. Alright, to start things off, the pack I carry, Osprey Bolt 75. It's a great bag. I bumped up from a 65 liter. I didn't like having my pack bulging at the seams. This thing's unbelievably comfortable. Got really no bells and whistles, built-in pack liner, sleeping bag compartment, detachable brain. This is a great pack. I absolutely love it. Alright, for my sleep system, I'll start with the tent. North Face Stormbreak 2. Great tent. I got it on a hell of a deal at Atmosphere for under 200 bucks. It comes in at 5 pounds. It's definitely not the lightest tent out there. I'm not looking to shave ounces where I can. I'm a weekend warrior. This tent serves me really well. Easy to set up. No condensation buildup yet. It's just great to sleep in. For my sleeping pad, I have a Thermarest Trail Scout. Comes in at 1 pound, 14 ounces, 3.1 R value. A great 3-season pad. It's not the thickest, but I can sleep on my side without bottoming out. Size comparison, that's double an Nalgene. Not the smallest, but it's a great pad. Serves my purposes really well. For my sleeping bag, I use the Ravicent 700. It's a 650 fill power bag, hydrophobic treated duck down. So this can actually withstand a little bit of water. I would not want to test that when I'm out, but it's there if I need it. And the stuff sack serves as my bear bag as well. I string this up in trees with my food and stuff. For a bag liner, I use the Sea to Summit Cool Max adapter. This is not for warmth. This is just to keep my down bag clean so I don't have to wash it as much. Really comfortable actually. A little bit of a pain to get into, but well worth keeping my bag clean. For a pillow, I've tried stuff sacks full of clothes, balled up hoodies. Nothing works. I need a pillow. I use the Trekology. It's like 14 bucks. Unbelievable little pillow. I would not go into the backcountry without this again. My main cook system is this cheap aluminum pot. It works great, but it was very cheap. MSR Pocket Rocket 2 stove. Collapsible cup. And the gas canister. Everything nestles in nice. Another option for boiling water out there is my twig stove. It's great, it's fun, it's more or less novelty factor. Doesn't work as good as the MSR, doesn't boil water as quick. All natural fuel, which is nice, but a little bit of a pain. For eating utensils, just the spork. Nothing fancy. Don't need a long spoon. I do pack in normal food once in a while, a steak here and there. I'll risk getting my hands dirty in a Mountain House bag. It's light, it's easy, 2-in-1. For first aid, this is my resupply. I do have a smaller first aid kit. These are just the extra goodies. I do take a needle and thread, an extra lighter, some moleskin. There's a piece of tin foil in there all folded up. It's a great little first aid kit. I won't go anywhere without one. I always take a tensor. I did have an ankle roll on one of my hikes last summer. It was not a pleasant experience limping out the next day. So I do pack a tensor. It doesn't go in my first aid kit, but it does go in my pack. For hygiene, bar soap and a face cloth. Won't go without that. Toothbrush, toothpaste, that always comes along. And a bit of toilet paper. And on my pack, I do have bottle hand sanitizer. That is basically all I use for hygiene and sanitization. For water, take an Nalgene. Will be replacing this. It doesn't fit in the water bottle pocket on the pack so well once the pack's full. Really hard to get back in after it comes out. For now, this is what I'm using. For water treatment, I use the Katadyn BeFree. I've used Sawyer's, not a fan. This 0.6 liter Katadyn is the bee's knees. This thing works great. Great water flow. I can fill that Nalgene 30 seconds. Doesn't take long. Very cheap to replace the filters. I think the $30 a pop. I haven't had to replace it yet. You get about 1,000 liters. And I probably only put 100 liters through this thing. It's unbelievably great. I'm going to buy a second bag. They're light, they're small, just in case. It'll probably end up going in the first aid kit, actually, as a spare. Some of the tools I take with me. This is just a Coghlan's saw. I got it from Surplus Herbies for like $14. The blades are $6.99 to replace. It works. Yeah, it's not as silky, but don't need to spend that kind of money to cut wood. This thing works. I would highly suggest one of these. It's very light as well. I do pack 2 knives with me, just in case. I'm a big fan of Mora. Mora Companion. Great, great knife. No 90-degree spine. I'm going to grind that out so I can use it with a ferro rod. Very nice knives. Damn sharp out of the box. Very low maintenance. I also have Mora Eldris. Love, love, love this knife. Did the paracord wrap myself. Adjustable neck lanyard. I don't necessarily wear it as a neck knife all the time. It's a little inconvenient and in your way, but it's great around camp when you're just whittling away or doing food prep. That Mora Eldris is hands down my favorite knife. For fire making, I use a big ferro rod. I think I got 2 for $20. Did the paracord lanyard myself, the snake wrap. Tie this off to my belt. You'll never lose your ferro rod that way. A little bushcrafty and fun too. Lighter's a backup. This isn't working out. Quick spark the lighter. You got your fire going, or your MSR stove. I always take 50 feet of paracord, brand new roll. This is untouched. To replace guy lines on your tent, boot laces, hang your food if you're in bear country. But don't go out into the back country without 50 feet. It serves too many purposes. For lighting, I take a Black Diamond Spot 350. It's a great headlamp. Works like a charm. It's got 3 settings, a red light, a wide beam, and a narrower long-range beam, and they're all dimmable, and each one has a strobe function. It's a great headlamp. For clothing, I don't pack much. I don't take extra clothes unless it's a multi-day. I'll wear the same clothes I wore out. If I get wet, I'll dry by a fire. I do take extra socks and underwear. That's a given. Other than that, I take my Mountain Warehouse Featherlight 600 downfill puff. It's cheap. It's great. I'm not spending good money on something that I'm going to burn by the fire, snag on trees, and rip. But this thing is warm and light and packable. I also take a Rapella Buff. It's UV 15. It's from last season. It's a little old, grungy, but it works great. You can dip it in the water, throw it over your head, cool off. Just protect yourself from sun, protect yourself from bugs, anything. This is a great little buff, great little item to take with you. For rain gear, Frog Togs. Brand new, haven't been worn yet. They're cheap, they're light. Yeah, they might snag on a tree branch and rip. I'm more of a fair weather hiker. I'm a weekend warrior. I'm not going on week-long trips. This is all I need. The pants, I heard, are terrible, but I'll do a review on that gear later when I actually use it. For protection while I'm out there, I do take a can of bear spray. I do go into grizzly country quite often in the Monashee Range. I'm yet to see a bear, yet to see a cougar. I've seen signs of bear. I've seen a few deer, lots of squirrels. Hope I never have to use the bear spray, but I won't go out there without it. For filming, I use a GoPro Hero 7 Black. I do have 3 extra batteries I'll be using. The GoPro's on a tripod as it is. have a extendable selfie stick, and my Samsung S9. This is all I use for all my footage. It works great. I'm hoping to be doing lots of videos this year, and hope you guys enjoy them. For navigation, I don't take a GPS. I use the AllTrails app on my phone, do a lot of research of where I'm going, and I always let someone know where I'm going, if not two people. I don't need a GPS what I'm doing. I'm not doing week-long expeditions. I'm doing fairly common overnight hikes, usually in and out, maybe the couple through hikes this year, possibly, maybe 3 nights, 4 days max. Everything will be very well planned. I will know where I'm going. People will know where I'm going. The GPS isn't essential to me. For weight, like I mentioned before, I'm not an ultralighter. My gear is not the heaviest, but it's not the lightest. I think my base weight is just over 22 pounds. And at the trail, depending how many beverages I'm taking, how much extra water I'm packing at the time, I'm probably pushing 30 pounds. I'm comfortable. I don't need more. I don't need less. So that's the gear I use. It's not the lightest. It's not the most expensive, but it serves me really well. I'm happy with every piece of my kit. Went on multiple hikes last year. I plan on doing Spectrum Lake, Little Peters, Big Peters, Jade Neva and Mount Revelstoke, Monashee Lake, Pinnacle Lake, Twin Lake, Vista Pass, the Markberg Traverse. I would like to explore Kokanee Park and the Kootenays, as well as the Valhalla Range. We'll see how the summer goes, if I can get out there or not. But yeah, that's a little bit of what I'll be documenting this year. Hope you guys enjoyed this. And let me know what you think. Leave some comments. Give me a sub. Thanks for watching.